Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Acid Cat bringing you another World War II video. In today's video, I will be discussing the different zombie types in the final Reich, so without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Please enjoy, and thank you for watching. So the first and most common type of zombie you're going to run across is just your standard run-of-the-mill zombie, headshots to the weak point. Only tips I can really give are early rounds, shoot them in the leg a few times, give them melee, and on later rounds, obviously just go for the headshots just to get them out of the way. You're not going to need as many points because you're most likely set up and you have the map open. Other than that, really just stay moving and don't get cornered, which really just applies to the rest of the game. Next up, we have the Pests, which are essentially just this game's dog rounds. So every 5 rounds, these guys will spawn. And if you've watched my how to turn on the power video for the Final Reich, then you'll know that the first time you activate the fire trap, they will actually spawn for you. I think it spawns like 5 or 6 of them. Really the only tips I can give for these guys are just stay away from them because they're fast and in numbers they're extremely dangerous. I mean, they're weak and all, but if you get cornered by like say 4 to 5 of them, you're pretty much screwed. You're essentially guaranteed to go down unless you have just some OP weapon or like an insta-kill or something. Then we have the bombers, which the first time you'll see them is when you open up the salt mine, or if you never open up the salt mine during your game, they'll actually start spawning on round 8, I believe. That one there, you could see that I actually shot the bomb off of its back and it turned into a sprinter and started running at me. It'll stay like that until you kill it. Your next option is essentially it gets too close to you and it blows up and kills itself, damaging you. Or you can go ahead and just blow up the bomb on its back. Or you can just kill it outright, and the bomb will actually drop to the ground. This will happen too if you were to just shoot the bomb off of its back, but yeah, you can actually use the bomb as an explosive to help you out. So my only real tips for this guy are don't get too close to it unless its bomb is not on its back. Otherwise, it's just going to blow up on you. The next zombie you're going to encounter will be the Wussling on either round 11, or if you're doing the Easter egg steps to get the Tesla gun, it'll spawn in the laboratory while you're doing the escort step out of one of those containers like you just saw there. Its weak spot is its spine, so basically what you're going to do is shoot it a few times, and while it's in its little stun animation right before it starts sprinting, you're going to sprint behind it and just beam its spine real quick. In this example here, there was like a weird line of sight thing to where he wasn't actually charging at me, even though normally in this situation he would charge at you. But this is a better example of shooting him real quick and then charging behind him and then beaming his spine. Really the only tips I can give for these guys are if you're going to get close to them, just make sure that you shoot them a couple times so they get in that little stun, and then you can kind of just run past them and take them out, or you can just kind of run past them and they won't hit you at least. The fifth and final zombie we're going to run across will be the Brenner. You'll either get this for the first time on round 16, or after you collect both parts of the Tesla gun, you'll get this little scene here. And his 2 attacks are a flamethrower and an axe. The flamethrower being his ranged attack, obviously, and the axe being once he gets up close to you, he'll just smack you with that. His weak point is the tanks on his back. Once you burst one of those tanks, he won't be able to use the flamethrower anymore, and then his weak point will move to his chest. I believe you could honestly just spray his chest and it would just work that way as well for a weak point. But I always just go for the tank first just so he can't burn through my armor. Really the only tip I can give for these guys are just keep your distance unless you've popped their tank. And even if you do pop their tank, just keep in mind that he still has his axe, so you don't want to stay around him too long. His attacks are kind of slow, so you can still kind of maneuver around his axe swings to where you don't get hit. But every now and then it will still connect, so yeah, just keep your distance regardless. And technically there is one more zombie, but I will be covering that one in a later video because it really just comes down to how you manage the boss fight. So I will be saving that for my casual Easter egg video. And then for my next video, I am going to be covering how to assemble the wonder weapon for this map. With all that being said, I hope everybody enjoyed the video and could find it useful in one way or another. Thank you for watching the video, and have a great day.